Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you shouldn't be listening. Tell your parents they're terrible and shut this off now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the kids are out, let's fucking do it.
It just, anytime that we talk, I just instantly just remember movie scenes and quote and shit. And I just kept thinking of when, on Semi-Pro, when Will Ferrell's doing like his promo for like the bear wrestling part. And he's like, you go into your parents' room and you steal about $20 out of your mom's purse. And you come to this event.
Slid into my mom's room.
Yeah.
I stuck my fingers in her purse.
Did you say purse?
I really fucked her over. So this motherfucker over Jones, not motherfucker.
Motherfucker Jones, that Disney-ass name. The fact that he's in that is just funny to me.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. That's what... How do you have that? Shit.
I've had that in my pocket this whole time.
Oh, shit. Oh, he just whipped out a Coors Light. Cracked her open. I like it. I was wondering why you hadn't opened up your pop yet. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I put that in my pocket in the vehicle so you couldn't see it. And that's why I walked in the way that I did, because I had it in my outside pocket.
That's funny. God, that's good. Put the kids to bed. I got this out. Nice.
Well, the funny thing is...
You got two?
No, I just got the one. It was more of a... I mean, I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, no.
But it was a joke thing of like, yeah, I'll have a beer on the podcast. I have a tall boy Dr. Pepper sitting here. I think that was more expensive than this.
Oh, I bet it was.
This was like I don't know, it's 12 ounce. It's a 12-ounce bottle can.
Yeah. The silver bullets.
It was $1.60.
Oh,
or
wow.
$1.70 at the Pony Cake.
No wonder people are drunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than soda.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than the water.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You get Boss water for $5. Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff.
Oh, man.
It's good. I like it. I like it.
I think the fact that I banged the table a little bit when
I didn't know what you were pulling out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he cracked her open.
Well, and when I pulled it up, I held it down to make sure that the logo was facing you, so you could see that it was beer.
Yeah, I honestly had no clue what you pulled out. At first, I just thought you bumped your hand. That's funny. That's good.
I should have bought two. Now, if I'd have because I'd have had to hide the other one.
I wouldn't have fucking noticed.
You
have a bag.
Well, yeah, but, as I was getting out of the car, you were walking out.
You're right.
And your child usually runs out in his underwear.
Yeah, it's because he likes you.
I understand. I can't have a beer in my hand with your kid out there. Now, in my pants.
Yeah, that's better.
It's in my pocket. Hey, what's in your pocket?
Yeah. He's not that. He was not going to ask that. You asked him what a moo sound like, and he riveted. So, did frog jumps. Not the brightest one.
That was my whole. I stopped to get something to drink on the way here. This all came to be inside the store.
Nice.
This whole little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then this whole of like I get it in my pocket.
Yeah.
If I'd have bought two and put it in my other pocket, and like
your pants.
I have a pants problem, man. Like it would have been that would have been a whole thing. Because I figured if you wanted one, just go get one.
Yeah. I could have.
Assume it's in your garage.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's good though. I like it.
That was one of those things of like, I figured if I had one, you'd want to have one with me.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to ruin the joke.
It's a good joke.
Yeah. I mean, you should have some out here.
I should. It is a shop.
Yeah. It's a studio, motherfucker.
You're right. It is. It is the studio.
Well, and then what bothered me is when I bought it. I'm like, hey, it's going to be funny. I'll just have a beer or whatever. And then it's like, it's 12 ounce. Like, it's nothing. Not that I was going to get drunk on the show, of like I'd probably want more than 12 ounce. Like I should have went for the 16 ounce, little
the
slimmer.
Tall boy.
Yeah,
The tall boy. What is
it
it?
just looked like I had a massive cock.
Yeah. God damn it. I know we love the show.
I get a massive eruption when I do this.
Oh, good one. Good one. Yeah, I don't have anything to pull out of my pockets.
Yeah. You know, you got to plan ahead. See, I plan for the show. I have bits ready. I have responses in my mind.
Yeah.
That I've already thought about.
Yeah, no, I have. I picked some of those up. Some responses and stuff. I try to, any kind of little jabs here and there.
Yep. I threw that in, even though we broke a streak last week.
We didn't say ejaculate?
Nope.
Yeah. Damn it. So that's funny. So my wife has like the place where she was previously employed through like high school and college and stuff. They still all like get together and have like a get together twice a year, whatever. Well, it was on Sunday. And she comes home and she's like, hey, you may have 2 new listeners on the podcast. And I was like, for sure, text them and tell them not to listen because this is not a female-oriented show. And they're like, oh, they don't care. I'm like, no, you definitely need to warn them. Like, this show is not for the faint of heart. We say all kinds of shit on there. She goes, oh, I told them. I'm like, no. I said, we like to find words that are disgusting and say them on the show just in conversation. She goes, what? I said, we had a 4-week run where we said the word ejaculate in mid-conversation. She's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, no, just make sure. It's a sports show, but we don't always talk about sports. I mean,
we can explain that. We weren't really talking. It was like we just kind of forced ejaculate into the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, we just did it 6 times here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but for sure, like no.
Yeah, I don't know if they will or not. I'm assuming if,
they're going to try it out.
They're going to try it out, but I don't know if they'll start on episode 1 or like now.
No way.
I can't imagine. I just hope like
episode 1 is going to be so fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's got to be bad.
We did it in the basement of a golf course and we held the mics.
Yeah.
And we did the first 3 or 4 episodes like that way.
No, we did the first episode there. That was it. We've been here ever since.
I thought we did 2.
I only remember doing 1 there.
Huh.
Yeah, I only remember doing 1 there.
Yeah.
And we've been here ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be terrible.
Yeah, it's got to be bad.
Like, I mean, we'll get some clips together to send them if she wants to do that. Like the Tiffany thing's funny, the golf gods. I mean, we've got some clips. The Abe Lincoln thing.
Oh, that was
a good one.
It was good. The one that I really hope is like one of the episodes we start out talking about like a cock or something, and like I hope that was the one they chose.
Boy, when was that?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
I assume whenever she had this gathering, they'll listen to whatever the last one was.
Yeah, they didn't listen to it at the gathering.
No, I mean, like it'd be whatever, because that's how they. I assume that's how they show up in the feed. The latest episode.
The latest episode, yeah. Yeah, I would assume that as well, but I don't know.
And there's no way she texted him and told him not to. And if she did text him and tell him not to,
they were for sure
100% going to do it.
Yeah. I was like, I hope you. I was like, I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. I just, your husband.
I hope it's this one.
Yeah, it's too. She said they're like, well, we're gonna count how many times you talk shit about it. I was like, I don't talk shit. You do not get brought up a whole lot on this conversation show.
Never mentioned your name.
No.
You usually try not to. Try not to mention people's names.
Yeah, just try to say my friend. Or
I think Sean was mentioned as my brother for like 2 years before I ever mentioned his name.
Yeah. Except for you, Luke. We talk shit about you, buddy.
Yeah, Luke deserves it. I mean, why wouldn't we? I don't know the guy, but he feels like a guy that needs picked on.
Ah, gosh. Good shit.
I can't. Never mind. I'm not gonna, I was going to go to a spot, but I won't. But yeah, I hope they listen to this one. I mean, I would have wanted a little deeper voice. Maybe we could have been a little higher pitched from all this alcohol that I've been consuming on the episode.
You had 2 drinks.
There were 2 big drinks. It's almost empty.
Oh, nice. I can't see straight.
I was kind of thirsty, actually, but I didn't want to crack that before I cracked this.
Yeah, that's, now we should have said something. I'd have cracked one open with you.
It wouldn't have been as funny.
I know.
It's all about the laughs, man. We bring the thunder.
Yes. Bring the thunder.
Bring in the thunder. From down under. In my outside pocket.
Yeah.
In my cargo pocket of my work pants. Honestly, it's the first beer I've had in a long time. I just got my 6-month chip. So I just ruined it for a joke.
I know that's not true, but it's funny.
It's so good when it hits your lips. This is what I was missing.
Hell, the last meal you probably had was at the wedding we were at together.
Yeah. Well, the next day we played golf.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably
right.
was.
Yeah, that weekend there in August.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah.
I just had that thought of that Loudermilk show. I don't know if you ever watched. Oh God,
yeah.
They're supposed to do another season, and I don't know.
It's old. Like the last season came out in
like 3 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, I always loved. What's his name? His stand up. Brian Reagan's stand up.
Yeah,
and he's fucking hilarious on that show.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
dude, that one of like where he.
The bidet
where he uses that at 10.
Yeah.
Of like, I can wear white pants again. What the fuck was going on?
He's got the red spot. His asshole bleeding.
Yeah.
I have always liked his stand. Just like he's funny listening to, but you have to like watch it because he just has these. Like the actions that he does and like his face.
Yeah.
And, the physical
that one
comedy.
Cross-eyed thing that he does.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't know how you do. Like I've tried, but I'm always scared that
it'll stay that way.
Like the old wives' tale of like, hey, if you cross your eyes and somebody bumps you, they just stay that way.
Yeah, I still believe that.
I believe that. I don't step on cracks either.
That's how my mom died.
I feel like it's probably because I have more of a mental condition than anything, but.
I count to 4 before I open every door, too.
I count steps.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I do.
Do you remember that number?
Yeah.
Like to go back to it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I can still tell you from at the old job.
Yeah.
From the old pro shop to the new one and counting the steps of 73 steps to get from the building to building.
Yeah. That's
when I go up and down steps, I always count them. I don't know why.
Whatever.
I don't know.
That's what you do, man. What you do.
Yeah, I could count them, and then I touch myself.
I love it.
It's the only way. That's how I remember. Yeah, it's a positive trigger. So,
positive. I did a good job.
So when like
74,
extracurricular activities, when I climax, I go 84. I do my timing.
That makes sense. That makes sense. No, it's stuck. I remember that.
I count the seconds. It's a world record.
Took me 84 seconds that time.
I don't count out loud because I get out of breath. It's like walking and talking up a hill. What are we doing?
Dude,
Is this fucking cardio session?
God, I remember just like being in school and like, conditioning and stuff for sports and like people are trying to like jog with you and have a conversation. And I'm like, dude, just leave me alone. Like I don't want to talk and jog.
I remember on this a couple years ago on College Game Day, the quarterback guru they used to have on there.
Yeah.
Just this one week, they randomly had him and Desmond do a walk and talk as they're walking through the crowd.
Yeah.
Halfway through, he's getting winded. You can hear it. And then Desmond throws it back to the desk and Herbstreit just goes, getting a little winded there. Maybe talk about this before I go on let me walk up and down. Like they were walking downstairs through the crowd and he's talking almost the whole time. Like, we should have done some cardio if we're going to do these sessions. I mean, like
when Jay Billis does his 94 feet, it's never just like they take like a tour of like the whole. And I'm like, how do you keep like the singers, like when they go up and down and clap, like how the hell, like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because now I have to take a breath like in between our conversation and I'm sitting down.
I have to stop eating sometimes to breathe.
It's so good.
I love it so much. There's somebody listening going, fucking A.
Yeah, exactly. I get it.
I get that, man.
Don't get
you guys get me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me while I eat.
Yeah. Please don't grab my shoulder when you walk by. You fucking assholes.
Bite your finger off, bitch.
just don't touch me in general.
Yeah. I still
like
have
to count steps and don't touch me.
I still I'm not a big sharer when it comes to my food. Like,
what?
Yeah. Like I still I get a little bit angry like when my 2-year-old is like, "Can I have a bite, please?" I'm just like, "Fucking get your own." Like, all right, I guess so.
I made you peas.
Yeah.
These are my wings.
These are my wings. Yeah. You have French fries. Go eat those. I want wings. He eats chicken wings.
Yeah.
And when the first time he ever did it, he's obviously never had chicken wings before, but he was eating them like a fry. So he was taking them and like from the top down, and he's biting the cartilage, and he makes this face. I'm like, dude, turn it. and he finally got it, but I'm like, what the hell are you? He's trying to gnaw on it.
I just thought that came naturally as an Evans.
Yeah, so did I.
This is how you eat a wing.
Yeah. He'll eat a hot dog like that, though.
Hey, there's more meat on that bone.
Oh, yeah. We
don't mess
go.
around.
Yeah, we're not your mother. Yeah, don't let her talk you into that stuff.
No chicken chunks.
The cartilage still has sauce on it. You fucking eat it.
Yeah, so at least lick it off.
Yeah. We don't waste shit in this house.
Yeah, we don't, especially sauce.
Yes.
We don't waste sauce on the cartilage. They didn't give us enough in the first place.
No shit.
I had this conversation the other day of there's nothing worse than when you get wings in like a to-go order.
Oh, yeah.
And it's they had it in the sauce in a bottle, and they just put a streak across them of
yeah.
We didn't even,
it's bullshit.
It's not even on here.
Yeah, you didn't even toss them in there. What the fuck? I hate that. And then I hate when they're only tossed and then they just let this extra sauce drain out. Yeah. No, leave it in the fucking sauce. It's I ordered the sauce. If I wanted plain fucking wings, I would have ordered plain fucking wings.
Well, that's it. If I get pizza and wings, sometimes I might dip a piece of pizza in some of that hot sauce.
Yeah,
I mean,
good shit. Yeah.
Then you just I shouldn't be able to the piece of parchment. I shouldn't be able to reuse that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Put in dishwasher for next day.
Yeah, I'll save this. That's how I wrap my Christmas gifts.
That's funny.
These are beer barrel.
See-through. B-dubs is the worst fucking one about it. I shouldn't have to order them wet, like you asked. I shouldn't have to order extra sauce for them just to have sauce on them.
That's just a weird thing too. Can I get them wet?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah. Let me stick my finger in them.
What are you, my grandma?
Yeah. I can't get the picture of somebody in my head. I can only picture somebody trying to finger your grandma.
Dude, that was the funny thing as far as grandmas go.
Yes.
The long time ago, guy. Of course, I used to be superintendent there, and my grandmother. We had something at the clubhouse, my family, and he'd met my grandma or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a year later, he's like, dude, I had a dream about your grandma. And I'm like, hey, man.
Yeah, I want to know.
He fucking killed her in his dream.
Jesus.
And I came to work, and because we had a backhoe, and he was behind the maintenance shop.
Digging a hole,
and he was filling the hole in. When I showed up, he was burying my grandmother in the hole. I'm like, what the fuck goes on?
Jesus Christ.
In your dreams that you're killing my grandmother.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Is she okay?
I mean, at least he did that.
Yeah. At least he buried her. He just left her there.
Yeah. Who has dreams like that?
Yeah. Who dreams about somebody's grandma?
Yeah. I mean, I dream about killing people a lot, but.
Yeah, that's just natural, though.
Random people, mostly hobos.
In your dreams, do you ever lose in your dreams?
Lose what?
Anything. I'm always the winner in my own dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
I mean, I've died multiple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They say when you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
Dude, that fucking happened.
You pooped in your dreams?
Well, my dream alerted me.
Oh, that you had to poo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, it was we were putting a new clutch in a utility vehicle.
Okay.
So needed
in your
to
dream.
Well, I mean, this real life.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we get the clutch in, but gotta adjust the clutch. So I sit in the cart and they run it up the lift. So I'm up by the ceiling, and I'm pushing the clutch in as the mechanics adjusting it in.
Yeah.
You know, that happened, then come down. In my dream, that happens.
Oh.
And I'm up in the cart.
You have to
and
poo?
They won't let me down.
Oh.
And in my dream, I'm like, you gotta let me down. I gotta shit.
And then you had to shit.
And then it was like, I'm gonna shit my pants. And I fucking woke up and had to run to the bathroom and shit.
Wow. That's an interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so my
funny.
dream was like, hey motherfucker, if you don't want a problem, you better wake up.
You don't want to burn your bed.
But I've had times, I've died in my dreams before.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I've never died. I
fell off a cliff once.
Did you wake up before you hit the ground?
Yeah, like I could see the ground.
Ah, okay. Okay. I've pretended to die. Like I've been like, I always
just like alongside the road. Let me just lay down.
Yeah. Like I would always be like getting chased by somebody, and like I don't really like. I just play dead basically. Play dead, and then like I just like, oh, they're gone, and I wake up, and then I'll roll over, and the dream doesn't continue, which is nice. It's always a new dream. I remember where there was one dream where I was Spider-Man. That's not a fucking lie.
All I can think about is Family Guy.
But it wasn't like I never saw myself as Spider-Man. It was like POV. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a dinosaur. And I saved 2 of my friends from the dinosaur. Weird dream.
Hey.
Weird dream.
You're a fucking hero.
That's what I am. Of my own mind.
Yeah, I had one where I fell off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one super fucking weird. It was like I was driving like on an interstate.
Yeah.
Like going over like overpasses over a city where you kind of have the rails and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a flood, and it like the water came down the interstate and it picked the car up and it was pushing me.
Yeah.
And I'm sloshing back and forth in between the rails, and then it boom goes over the edge and down in a canyon.
Jeez.
And it blew up. But
wow. Fuck.
It's like,
man, that's a weird dream.
Yeah,
time
like
to go to
wake
work.
up and go, what was that?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah, wow. Better be careful driving.
But then the worst ones is the ones that wake you up is when you get lucky enough to have a sex dream.
I've never had a sex dream.
Never?
No, wait, no, I take that back, but go ahead. Yes.
But like you get to the point of like, it's like, hey, it's fucking money time in this dream, and you wake up and you try to go back to sleep real fast.
Yeah,
hey, pick this back up. I want to.
I had a dream that I was banging Beyonce. Like, no joke. Like, I don't know if I was me in this situation or looked like me in this situation, but I had a dream, and then I woke up and I pretty disappointed. Well,
the weird thing is like having dreams like that of like obviously separate, celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Understandable.
Oh, yeah.
Is like if you ever have one and it's like, I don't.
Somebody like
vividly can see that, like I can still see him in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the fuck I seen somebody like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't register at all.
When I was living in Bluffton, the house that I lived with my grandparents. So the upstairs where my room is, it's like an L. You have to walk like an L shape to the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, again, I don't know if this was like I had to pee or whatever, but there was this like witch, like this scary ass fucking witch that would not like let me go to the bathroom.
Huh.
Like I remember like waking up, like I had to pee in the dream, opening my door, making a left to go to the bathroom, and like there's this fucking witch just like standing there staring at me. I'm like, how do I get there? And I mean, it was like for a week. Like it was the same thing. It was I don't know if I've ever remembered having like the same character, I guess, in my dream, but it was that same fucking witch. And I don't know. It was weird.
I want to say like I've had some fucked up dreams like that when I was a kid, because like when I was super young at my buddy's house, like his sister was a lot older and let us watch The Exorcist when I was like fucking 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just assumed when I walked into a dark room or something, I was getting possessed by the devil, because that's just what fucking happens in a dark room. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'd have shit like that. I mean, yeah. I guess to say have like scary dreams, even though died multiple times. I've never had scary dreams, like nightmares.
I often have scary dreams, but I don't know. Like I don't wake up like frightened.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I know they're dreams. Like I'm not 7 anymore. Like it doesn't scare me. But I'm like, man, that was fucked up. I'll go back to sleep. It's like I wake up like I almost died. I almost got stabbed by that guy. Like, all right, go back to sleep.
Yeah, I like most of them. Like shockingly, because obviously for a long clip of my life, all I did was work.
Yeah.
But never really had dreams about work. I mean, the shitting one, obviously. Yeah. But never have hey, it's just a regular day and I'm out working at a golf course. I'm never had that.
No.
Never been a superhero.
Oh, I've been not necessarily technically a superhero, but I've been like a detective and I've solved the case.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I fucking win my dreams all the time.
And I always just have just bullshit ones mostly. I mean, I fuck a lot in my dreams, but
I will have dreams sometimes where I'm beating the hell out of somebody, but I can't hit them with my fists. Then I don't know how the hell I'm beating the hell out of them. Like in the dream, I'm like my hands are just I'm holding and I'm making fists, but there's a person it's like I blacked out in my dream.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did it, but I don't remember doing it. It's been weird. Oh man, I got you, man. I got you. Ooh. Now
I've had some where in your dream, you need to yell at somebody.
And
I woke up going, ooh.
Yeah.
Not yelling but your mouth doesn't work at that when you just like a Helen Keller kind of scream. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. And at that point when you do that, you don't even remember what you were the fuck was I yelling about?
Oh, I full out fucking bowed my wife one night, in the nose. She woke me up what the fuck's wrong with you? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, you hit me. She's crying and stuff. And
I gave a girl a rib shot. A turnover elbow right to the ribs, and I woke up to a What?
What? Sorry, it's a dream. You horny?
Did you want
something? I could do it.
Why'd you wake me up? Yeah. Give me a minute.
Let
me get this pee boner going. You call them boners.
Boners.
That was another one of names in TV shows Family Ties. His buddy's name was Boner.
Yeah.
I was all right.
There's no way the guy's nickname's Boner.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm going to call you Boner.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That was the one I remember that. Obviously, I remember a lot of shit. But there's an episode of that where he misses school.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the school bus is dropping people off of oh, the fucking day keeps going on even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
Remember when you're a kid when you miss school? It's oh, you fucking guys were here yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought if I missed that you just shut it down.
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
It's it's not about me.
No.
I'm not God.
Every time, the last 2 years I've missed a day of school, there's always been a fight.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, or something crazy has happened. And I'm man, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
There's been, over the last 2 years, there's a girl fight each time one of the days I missed. I'm man, a good one too.
Yeah.
I watched the video. It was a good one.
There was, I watched one and it was no punches, a lot of hair pulling, no titties, but it was obviously in high school or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But it was a hair, a pool and it was fucking a snapmare from wrestling. She fucking ripped her head down and kind of flipped her over on her back.
Oh, nice.
And then it got broken up right then.
Yeah.
And it 2 steps outside the principal's office where that wasn't a big school. I know we only had 2 fucking hallways in the whole school, but you could have went 30 yards further down. But it was that was a pretty cool move. And then the girl that got flipped, and it was fucking awkward.
Yeah.
The way she went over.
Mm-hmm.
But for the next couple of days, she had a knee brace on.
Yeah. Just want to let everybody know that I got hurt.
Yeah. It's you weren't athletic at all.
Not at all.
You should have taken that bump.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what it looked like. Of all right, this looks like WWE.
Yeah. My first year teaching, it's the end. It's there's 2 weeks left in school, and we always do a teacher versus student game.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, we're having a softball game, And there happens to be like a fight break out between two girls underneath like the bleachers of where the softball and baseball diamonds are. And so our guidance counselor goes over there and tries to break it up, but one of the girls swings at her. And what I learned very early on when at this school is you don't fuck with the guidance counselor. Like, she will tear your ass up. So she picks the girl up, pins her arm back, and pins her on the ground, and like has her foot on her back until the township cops can come and get her. It is completely de-escalated. And her husband is a teacher at the school as well. He comes running over, bends down in the girl's face and goes, "You're going to jail, little girl." And so, like, it completely then escalates the situation 10 times more. It's fucking hilarious.
You're going to jail.
Fucking hilarious.
That's how I think your shit went in your dreams.
Yeah.
Like, you beat a guy, you're going to jail. You go to jail, mister.
Oh, yeah. Like it was quiet. Nobody was even talking about it. He just comes bolt. No, you're going to jail.
No.
Like, points in her face and everything. I'm like, oh, God. It's hilarious.
I was listening to somebody talk. It might have been Rogan. Because, his big thing is, like, people don't know how to fight, which is true now. Very that true. UFC is such a thing, and you watch it, it was like, oh, yeah, like, nobody knows how to fight. It's a bunch of jackasses. Mm-hmm. And his thing was, like, everybody, like, high school, even bar fights or whatever, they just start wailing. It's like, if you just hold your arms up and they just hit your arms, how long can they go for? 15 seconds?
Yeah, until they're out of breath. Yeah.
Now it's over.
Yeah, now
you burned yourself out. You're going to jail, buddy.
You're going to jail. Yeah.
This might be the greatest fight line ever.
You're going to jail.
Well, I'm a kid.
No, it's not. 18. Like, she was.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, nothing happened, but yeah, no, it was funny. That was real funny.
I miss fights. They don't happen anymore because they just turn more serious.
Yeah.
But, people, like, the baseball games and stuff was like, you don't like the Dodgers? Fuck you.
Yeah. Dude, some of the baseball, like, remember last year when baseball season opened up, there was like 3 the first week?
Yeah.
That dude just cold-cocked the guy at like the Padres game?
Like when they first started letting fans back, it was like, oh, yeah, it's been a year and a half. Like, you forget, like, this isn't the internet. Like, that guy can come over and just hit you in the face.
Yeah.
And you're not prepared for it.
Nope.
You're talking a massive load of shit, thinking, what's he going to do, block me?
Yeah.
Nope. Punch you right in the face.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Not the fights, but every once in a while, and I think you're going to see it more, just like with the slap fight league, of just like a guy talking shit, and if somebody comes up and just fucking slaps him. Yeah. That's so much fucking worse than a punch.
Oh, it is.
And if you could do a backhanded slap, kind of remember Rock and Rolla?
Yeah.
Where he's like slap with the back of his hand?
Yeah. Dude,
that is like the ultimate.
That's a number one. That's like a boss move. Like, you slap somebody with the back of your hand. Like, you're in charge. I don't know if the guy would fight back. Like, for sure. Yeah. Like, oh my God, I just got so disrespected right there.
That was the one of like, I think Rogan was telling this story of like UFC. Obviously, he's commentating. UFC's just starting out. Like, it doesn't. People don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But he's walking out with a guy that's like, gonna fight for the championship. Mm-hmm. Jiu-jitsu guy, like, complete badass. Walking out and some guy like, bumps into him and starts talking shit. Mm-hmm. Like, this guy has no idea who this guy is. Yeah. And he said the guy shoves him and he grabs him, throws him on the ground, and gets him in a rear naked choke. And he said, like, a guy from the hotel was like, you got to break this up. He goes, don't worry. He's just going to put him to sleep. And he's like, the guy goes, what?
Yeah.
And then he just went out.
I heard that story.
Like, what?
Yeah, because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to hurt him. He's good.
No.
That's funny.
That's always a weird one, too. Of like, he just choked him out. I've heard that. Like, I've heard people refer to that of like, well, they got in this fight and he got behind him and choked him out. I'm like, I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I doubt it.
He choked him out. You know how hard that is?
It's like when the people say, so-and-so killed somebody and they strangled him. I'm like, with their hands? Yeah. Like, that's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, long.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 7 minutes. It's going to take you to do that.
Well, that's like the Inglorious Bastard scene where he chokes the chick. Like that took for like that scene's for long.
Yeah,
it's realistic. Like
it just doesn't happen. You see a movie and they choke him for like
second
45, not even 15 seconds in a movie and they die. It's like that's like sex choking.
Yeah,
like that's not even.
Yeah, that's not real.
That's just
play
getting them off.
Yeah,
I mean.
I'm done now.
Well, that was the other thing of like, because there's so obviously I listen to a lot of books, but there's so many of those of like where murder started out as strangulations and then had to switch to like, and then admitting when they're, when they break down because they didn't get a lawyer and they talk to the cops for some fucked up reason.
Yeah.
Like, I'll admit to it. Yeah. I tried to strangle her and it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. So I had to switch.
I had to stab her.
Yeah. So I had to go. She passed. I had to go find a knife and bring one with me.
Yeah. Guess I bring my own weapons to kill people? That's stupid.
That was the one, man. It happened on the news. It was a sex thing.
Uh-huh.
And the guy was banging a chick. Or no, she was blowing him and he was choking her.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed her.
Oh. Wow. Man.
On the news.
Yeah.
Like the guy, like he admitted to it. It was a sex thing, you know?
Yeah.
Didn't know he did it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly didn't know.
But on the news, they did it live and they're talking to the cop.
Yeah.
Or the detective or whoever it was. And they asked, about it, and he goes, and the cop says, well, when I questioned him, he said the harder she sucked, the harder he squeezed. On the fucking news. And I was talking to the guy that was director of the news, said, dude, those phones lit up with all the 6 o'clock news. The harder she sucked, the harder I squeezed. And she died. Well, okay.
Yeah, whoa.
Like that one floating around. Did you see the like the weather girl tossing it to the traffic lady? She's like talking about drinking a couple beers for St. Patrick's Day and goes, send it over to what's her name and talking about someone who likes to be double fisted.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, she means with beers.
It's like one of those things like, some people thought that way, but most people didn't.
100% I did.
Oh, yeah, but most people don't think like the way we think. And for sure now everybody did because you said that. Yeah, that's funny.
That's what I always do too. Like when we having conversations and somebody will say something that's just a little out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just look at everybody. And it's like, nobody's reacting.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just let this one go.
Yeah.
Because that was fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, I watched, like, I think I texted you, I watched the Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
It just, it wasn't the best. Now, if they were going for TV movie-esque of a film, like the difference between a TV movie and regular, like, theater cinema, like the CGI was really, really bad. And this, I mean, there were some funny parts and funny scenes, but not as comical as I thought they would have went or should have went.
Yeah, that's one that, like, when there's, like, in theaters, I'm like, really? That feels like that should have been on Netflix.
Yeah. It's hard to make something, I don't know, like when it's almost like when the bear's trying to, like, eat kids, it's hard to make that funny. Like, it would have been better if you just left, like, children out of it and only did, like, just, like, adults. Like,
well, especially since it's based on a true story of like, Bear ate cocaine and died. That's the fucking story.
Yeah.
The whole killing thing was all made up. Don't have to go that route.
No. And then they had
he was eating babies.
Yeah.
Why would you make a movie like that?
Yeah. And technically never did. But the premise of it is like it starts out by taking one of the kids there in the movie.
Does that have powder on its nose?
No.
See, that's a funny. That's a funny thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been way funnier. Way funnier.
I just assume,
as I'm watching it, I'm thinking of ideas in my own head of how this would have been. Like, they should have done this to make it funnier.
Do you ever think when you're watching a movie, because I do all the time.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm better than everybody. When you're watching it going, oh, they should have done this and they should have done.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then you get that thought of like, fuck, if they'd only called me.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know any of these people. And they're like,
yeah.
You know, let me call Randy. See what his thoughts are. Or just have that thought of like going to the theater and like watching the previews and going, boy, I feel like I could have a job to just watch. Just give me the pitch and go, nobody's going to fucking watch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's always 100% when that goes of like, that's going to be a bomb. And it always is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last time me and you went to the theater pre-COVID.
Oh, yeah.
In that fucking, that Korean show that won all the Oscars.
Yeah.
Not the show, but the movie.
The Parasite.
Parasite.
Parasite, yeah.
Remember watching it going, what the fuck? And remember the people behind us goes, I want to see that. It's like, it's fucking subtitled. What are you talking about?
Like, it never explained anything what that movie was about in the It gave you no sense of wanting to see that movie. I've never watched
them
it.
Fumigating a town and them opening their windows to kill the bugs on their house.
Yeah, and then there was like the Korean people like walking through the house.
And they didn't speak English.
No.
And the people behind us, I really want to see that.
Yeah. God.
I don't even remember what we watched. But if you're watching, Zombieland 2.
Yeah.
You're here to watch this and you want to see that?
You're in the wrong theater, buddy.
The wrong fucking place, pal.
Yeah.
And I know it was a guy with, it was a dorky guy.
Yeah.
That would go down instantly if you slapped him. and like two girls that were hefty.
Yeah.
But,
would not go down.
Blue hair,
yeah.
Black, kind of gothic.
Yeah.
Gothic blue, I guess.
Yeah, gothic
like trying
blue.
to impress. I want to see that.
Uh-huh. Like they would put a spell on you if you said something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when he said, I want to see, man, I kind of want to see that.
I was like,
she could have been squeezing her titty.
Yeah.
And he could have been talking about that.
Yeah, he could have been.
I don't know.
They were behind us. And I think I remember looking at you like, what? Like, there's no way.
And it's also one of those ones of like, it's not a full theater. Why are you sitting in the row right behind us?
No shit. That is the biggest.
And it was in a big theater.
Yeah.
There's like 40 people in this thing and it seats 100.
Yeah, it was Sunday matinee.
Yeah, it's an afternoon.
It's like noon or something.
The fucking zombie movie.
Me, you, and John watching Zombie 2.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
I bet you do, Captain.
But no, I often, when I watch movies, especially if it's bad, like, I mean, going into it, if you're kind of questioning it, yeah, I try to go through it and like, yeah, no, this is what I would do. This is what's best for the show.
Now, I will think that at movies sometimes on the superhero side of things of like, you know, when there's people getting loud, you know, just kind of talk, or people like several rows up on their phone and it's previews, I understand, but it's like, hey, if they're going to be like, I wonder if I can break that guy's arm. Yeah. Like, I'll have those thoughts. Like,
yeah,
because like it'll be several rows in front of me, but then I can capture the guy just 2 rows back, kind of shaking his head of like, if this pops off, I wonder if I can get down there and break that guy's arm. Like if he, you know, if I have to pull him off that guy, if I can grab it and kind of, it doesn't take a lot. I mean, I've broke a deer leg before. I feel like I can break a guy's arm. But if you just, you know, the right amount of pressure on that elbow is fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just, Oh, you crying now?
Yeah.
Put your phone down, bitch.
Can't grab with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Better learn the left hand. Or just break somebody's finger.
Yeah.
Oh, you scroll with that thumb? Good luck, motherfucker.
I was always notorious for sitting in the handicap seats. Like, that was my thing.
I've done that before,
like,
yeah.
I would often go in there because it's just 2. Me, my wife. Nobody's going to fucking bother us. You know, we have that gate around us and everything. And I had to get up one time. There was a older lady that was coming in and watched it. But
fuck her, be on time.
But
or you could have just acted.
Yeah. I've done that before. Let
me get up for you.
No, I've done that before.
And then just like limp and struggle to get up the steps as she's walking, just, you know, old.
No, she was in a wheelchair.
Oh.
But I thought like she could just roll up beside us. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Pull up right here, babe.
Mm-hmm. Some of that popcorn.
Yeah. Put your brakes on. Yeah. I get a little animated. I don't see you go down these stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You a talker? Put these brakes on.
I hate people that clap. after the movie too.
Dude, you'll see that like on TikToks and stuff, like people filming reactions of like Endgame and stuff with the hammer and they're cheering. When I went and watched whatever when the new series of Star Wars came out, Han Solo comes on screen and everybody cheers. It's like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Wait, just shut up.
This is not a sporting event.
No, shut up. Yeah, I think when I watched Endgame, it wasn't opening night, but it was like 2 days. It would have been like that. If it came out like a Thursday night, it was like that Saturday or Sunday is when I watched it. But they clapped at the end. Like, yeah. I mean, I get that, but.
Also, like clapping when the plane lands. Good job for not killing us. Okay.
Okay. It's what he's supposed to do.
It's his job, and it's mostly computer driven at this point in time. Maybe miss the birds, Sully.
Yeah.
Like every other fucking pilot.
Was he the drunk one, or was that Denzel's character?
That's Denzel's character. Sully was real. That happened.
All right. I couldn't remember which one was which.
He might have been drunk. That's why he hit the fucking bird strike.
Yeah.
You're 200 feet off you barely got off the fucking runway. You hit a bird? Piece of shit.
Big bird.
You just wanted to land in the Hudson.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the Hudson.
Why? That's like the dirtiest river ever.
Can we get some cleaner water? Fuck you. Wonder how much they got. How many? I assume people sued. Yeah. I don't know if you sue the Wildlife Foundation or.
Do you sue the pilot or do you sue the airplane company?
I hurt there was one because I remember it was like I hurt my knee. I hit it on the. You're
seat.
Alive, motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
This would have ended real bad. Like you're alive.
Yeah.
And you got a story.
Yeah, that would be cool. Not to die, but like
but then
to have
you just
a story.
tell people like, this other person broke his leg and I drug him out.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna check that.
He passed out and I had to go in the cockpit and drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or fly.
The hot stewardess lady was like, "That's awesome," and she blew me because I was a hero.
Oh yeah. Yeah. At least she touched my wiener.
Yeah. I may have bumped against her.
I may have just imagined all of this.
I accidentally slapped a girl's ass once.
Accidentally?
Yeah. It was because I was at an old job, and my keys, I had a lanyard on them, and I just had them in my pocket, and the lanyard was out, and I was walking by, and it was behind the bar. And as I'm walking, like the lanyard caught on the handle of a drawer.
Yeah.
And as I took a step, it stopped me and spun me, and she was standing there, and my arm swung out and slapped her right in the ass.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Sorry.
I didn't mean it. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
Depends on how this goes.
Depends on what you look like when you turn around.
My bad.
Yeah. I accidentally, I punched, I guess it was more of a back fist, a student athlete in the chest. Female.
Like a...
Yeah, like I was like pointing, and I did like one of the extensions, and she had been like walking right behind me, and I mean, there was an awkward stare, and I apologized, and she laughed and giggled, and it's okay, and I'm like, yeah, but I for sure punched you straight in the tit. Like there was no doubt. My bad. Didn't mean it. Sorry. Didn't know you were back there. Maybe wear a bell. Maybe say, hey, I'm behind you.
Maybe stay at inside. That's my personal space. Yeah. Maybe. So I always like in the NFL, like the ref is calling something, and it always hits like a lineman of like, hey man, I'm here. Yeah. Why are you walking
Why are you right beside me?
Like I actively walked away from the line of scrimmage so I could make my call, and like I hit you.
I am very notorious for one, just being in people's way all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, school, I take up the whole doorway, so I have to obviously stand off to the side.
Yeah.
But if I like just step halfway in front of it, it's just like, I'm in everybody's way now. Like I have to just stay clear of all doorways. Any entrance, exit, I have to stand off to the side.
I do that sometimes where it's like, I'm going to have to ask people to move to get by. I was like, I'll just hold it.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to be a hassle.
I just almost pissed my pants, and we'll see. We'll play this game. We'll see where this goes.
See where this goes. Yeah. It's not a fun. Like I've accidentally like walking backwards or, just fucking bulldoze people. Like I just bounce off me like a fucking pinball and sorry. I don't have eyes in the back of my head.
I almost accidentally, It's at the place I currently work, but it was years ago. I worked in the back room. I was accidentally fingered a girl.
No way.
I was coming, obviously walk through the building. We're going up to the kitchen, grab the employee lunches or whatever. And I was talking to somebody as I'm walking out the door, and I opened the door and then went to turn, and my arm swung and then swung up right in the crotch.
Oh, God.
She came around the corner. I didn't see her, just kind of whack.
Yeah.
I was, sorry. I kept walking, and then the guy behind me is like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, you just right up in there. I'm like,
Slapped her right in the puss.
I'm just a player,
Just a player. Didn't even get mad.
Basically, that's what I did. I slapped her right in the puss.
Yeah. It's a high five.
It's accidental finger banging.
Yeah,
that's what's
accidental.
happening. Sometimes it happens.
I had to go wash my hands.
Yeah. She wasn't attractive.
No, that's
so down.
Yeah.
Which is sad. That was one of my favorite Family Guy ones where it's like where that girl gets killed and they're like, I feel like we'd be sadder if she wasn't
hot.
heavy.
Yeah.
She wasn't heavy.
She wasn't heavy, yeah. Quagmire's got her in the back of the trunk.
Oh, man. I don't even know what's happened in sports. Lamar Jackson hadn't been signed yet. That's obvious. Seems like Jets have made some moves to make the Aaron Rodgers thing happen.
Yeah, there was talks of like Odell possibly going there too.
Yeah.
And the Browns trading for Elijah Moore made them a little better.
Yeah.
I thought they got a pretty good end of the deal. They get Elijah Moore and a third-round pick this year.
Yeah, for a second rounder.
For a second rounder, they for sure won that one.
Well, because that's because the Jets now have 42-43.
Yeah.
And it seems like, here, Packers.
Yeah.
Which I don't, everybody's like, they need to get this done. But in my mind, looking at it, I don't know that it is because it's got to get done before the draft, But I guess it could, but I think the cap hit, like that pre and post June 1st, like it's substantial.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of those, hey, the trade's done, but it's post.
Yeah, post.
Like you
June
can get the
1st.
draft pick, but Rodgers isn't allowed to do anything for the Jets until after, like he can't go to OTAs.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know that he would anyways, but of like, I feel like this isn't going to happen until June 2nd.
Yeah. I
it
can
just
see
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
then they'll do that, get the picks, and then everybody's like, he didn't even show up to OTAs. It's like, well, he's not allowed.
Yeah, he's not allowed.
Man, he's not allowed.
Exactly. There was rumors of OBJ going there too again today. Of, interest. Why wouldn't there be interest?
Yeah.
It's Odell and Aaron Rodgers. Like, there's been a little interest.
That's what I heard that Chris Canty.
Yeah.
He's terrible. He just hates everything.
Yeah.
And then like everything that you would like, he hates. And everything that everybody in the world hates, he likes. He's just one of those guys. But then that came out today because he's sitting in for Greeny because I guess he had something done with his heart.
Oh, okay.
And to have surgery or something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because like he's never... Like his radio show, he's never on it.
No, he's not.
So they were on it, and I heard, Odell sounds like he might go to the Jets. And then he's like, and they're saying Rodgers didn't give a must-have list or whatever. I'm like, I don't think he could. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to tell some guy that's a billionaire what the fuck to do?
Yeah.
His last name's Johnson, and that's the Johnson & Johnson family.
Yeah.
I don't think he gives a fuck what Aaron Rodgers thinks.
Exactly.
The Jets mean nothing to that guy.
No.
I mean, he wants to win, but it's like, that's his fucking toy.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
That's what I do on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list, I am 100% positive that when this all, because he said that it was kind of already a thing where the Packers and him had agreed where, not coming back to them. He was playing for it. I'm sure when they talked, he goes, hey, do you have anybody in mind that you'd like to sign in free agency? And he probably named a couple people because he's played with them before.
Probably also would like to have had Hopkins.
Yeah, probably.
I'd love to have him.
Yeah. If the Packers don't renegotiate Bakhtiari, love to bring Dave over and have him play. I mean, they already did. But, but stuff like that, I'm sure. Because
why wouldn't you?
I'd try to be nice, try to make an open relationship there, because it's one thing that the Packers didn't do. So you're trying to be anti what you just came from.
Well, and what the Packers get is they get to sell it that it was being held up, and then it turns out that it wasn't. It's just saying, but they get to go through and go, we still have him on our books.
Good.
And we couldn't go,
Yeah.
we couldn't get anybody in free agency because we had this. Like, well, you never do.
No, you never get anybody in free
But you just always say,
Yeah.
you're always in on everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we almost got him. I mean, he signed for $30 million a year, and we offered him $2 million.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah.
We made an offer. We just didn't get him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You said, hey, what do you want? Oh, no, we're not paying that. See you later.
Oh, you want money? No.
No, sorry. You have gift cards.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't he want Odell?
Yeah.
And, the Lazard thing of like, well, they signed him, so Aaron would go there. It's like, I don't think Alan Lazard was something that was going to change Aaron Rodgers' mind.
No, I'm sure.
Now,
change Lazard's mind.
Lazard going there, if Rodgers is going there, okay.
Yeah.
But also Nathaniel Hackett having a receiver that knows his offense.
Very helpful.
To help out with the young receivers that they have on the team.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. And then I think they just signed Mecole Hardman, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zeke came down and said that Eagles, Jets, or Eagles, Bills, Bengals, or something like that, I think.
Eagles,
somewhere.
Bills, Bengals.
Yeah.
Bills make a lot of sense. Bengals, I don't, they'd have to cut Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Unless Zeke wants to play for nothing, which I doubt.
Former Cowboys running back Zeke Elliot narrows options about where to play to the Eagles, Jets, and Bengals. Bills are not on there.
Oh.
In his narrowed list.
I'll tell you what, if the Bills
the Bills just signed that Damian Harris from the Patriots, so probably out on him.
I'll tell you what, if they don't go all in and get DeAndre Hopkins, they are fucked.
Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs going to do for you?
Yeah, I mean, same thing.
And if they get Rodgers and sign Odell of boy, it seems like you might get fucking blown out by the Jets because that offense.
Well, they played them tough all year. Yeah. Both times they played them tough.
Their defense is no joke.
No, the Jets have a legit defense,
And now they get some pieces and Aaron Rodgers in a spite season kind of seems like.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Aaron Rodgers with any kind of leverage is always a scary thing because he already plays with a fucking chip on his shoulder anyway. I mean, he hates everything. But
that'd be the funny thing. Because obviously all the Packers fans are turning against them of get out of here, loser, kind of all that shit. The amount of piss they're going to be if he wins a Super Bowl and it's going to end up exactly like Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You ain't ever going to see him in a fucking Packers jersey.
Yeah.
When's the last time anything happened with Peyton Manning where it wasn't him in a Broncos jersey?
Oh, I know. Or
3 fucking years or whatever it was. 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of
5 of his.
Did exactly the same thing that he did, won one, lost one for both teams.
Yep.
Played for one team for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
One team for not much.
Yeah. Well, it always comes down to how it ended.
Yeah.
Fucking Jim Irsay cut Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I mean, and then all this drama with the Packers, it's always like, how did it end?
Yeah.
Now, the Tom Brady situation ended okay, so he's probably a Patriot.
Yeah.
There wasn't any kind of harsh ill will there. But Jim Irsay cutting Peyton Manning, this whole deal with the Packers, it's like, if he fucks around and wins the Super Bowl.
But if he catches an MVP season, wins a Super Bowl, and then when the Packers want to do, we're going to retire his number, and he does fucking, because that would be me out of spite, because now a lot of it's on him because every year for the last 3 years, I don't know if I'm going to retire, which is like everybody fucking knew you were going to play, and you're just playing some of this shit off. Of, you brought a lot on yourself. But he also seems like a guy that out of spite of hey, fuck you, because you went in an interview at a girls' basketball game. The president basically said, yeah, we don't want him here.
Yeah.
Hey, man, tried calling you. You were in a fucking hole.
Yeah. That cabin in the woods. I did read an interesting article of Colts are not opposed to giving the Ravens what they want for Lamar.
What would they want?
Whatever they would have to give for the tender thingy.
Won't be that.
What is it, 2 first?
Be more.
No,
than
I'm
that.
saying I understand it'd be more than that, but there's always they're interested. They did not take their name out of the hat of
because that won't happen.
Lamar,
because basically that's never going to happen because they're gonna you gotta make an offer, and then they have 5 days to match it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to make an offer to Lamar and then have them just sign it and you get nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to call them and say, what do you fucking want? And then, hey, we'll give you 3 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lamar signs a 10-year. Because as soon as he signs a 10-year, or tender, not tenure.
Yeah, tenure.
He's not a teacher.
No.
Tender. As soon as he signs it, that 2 draft pick thing goes away.
Yeah.
So it's like he just signed that. They'd trade his rights over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd go that way. That's why that 2 first-round draft pick thing's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I just can't see him playing for the Ravens.
I just want to know what his number is because, you know, it's like, well, you offered him this much. It's like, yeah, but what was the actual number that you offered? Because you're saying we offered him fucking 5 years for $800 million.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the actual number? Well, it was $34 million guaranteed. Of like, okay, so a 1-year deal.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah. I that would be interesting. I mean, because nobody talks to him.
No,
I mean, he hasn't came out and said anything.
No.
I mean, yeah,
he's supposed to be releasing a video sometime this week on. He started a new YouTube page or whatever, and the name's fucking 8 million words long. It's like something I-775 jerk off 1. It's like
interesting.
I don't know what this is.
That wasn't taken.
No, it's weird. But it's like, you know, the one thing it has is like they didn't offer that wasn't the actual number, and it's like way apart. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And if he wants that the 240 or whatever guaranteed, like that shit ain't gonna happen.
No.
He just needs to know that shit ain't gonna happen.
No, because the Browns fucked up. Like the Browns literally
had to do it
to get that guy.
Yeah,
because he was signing with the Saints.
Yeah, had to get him to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hey, you write up the contract, we'll write the check.
Exactly. That's
the only way that was happening.
Yeah. The interesting one, I thought the Saints would go ahead and try to shop Michael Thomas, but it seems like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, he hadn't played in like 3 years.
No, he should be healthier now.
He won't be. He won't make it through the season.
No.
He'll play like 2 games, and that sucks because he was so good that it seems like his career's over.
Yeah. And then he just keeps talking shit, too. Like, I'm like, just shut up, dude.
Yeah. Like, I'm all for the shit talk, but like, you kind of need to be on the field.
You can't back it up right now, man. You keep shit talking.
There's only thing because him on the field makes Olave better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just because, you know.
Yeah. The CJGJ 1-year deal to Detroit was crazy.
Boy, it's amazing how fast that freaking market dried up.
Oh my God! Did you listen? Did you read any of that? So Detroit called the first week. Didn't really see eye to eye on a number. Then got him like the week and a half later at that price because nobody was interested in that.
What is it? It's like
1 year, $8 million.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
That's less than the franchise tag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The franchise tag's like 14.
Yeah. So it makes the Eagles look a little better. Like we weren't
makes the Bengals look shitty.
Yeah, it does because
they kind of needed a safety.
Yeah.
Could have got this guy for like a 1-year deal. I get it. That maybe is not what you want for $8 million. I mean, that's Bengals alley right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the guy's not Jesse Bates, but he's pretty good
pretty
still.
Good, man.
I mean, they got an okay guy.
Yeah. But that makes that defense. Yeah. That turns that defense up a little bit more.
The betting lines, unreal.
Oh, really?
For the NFC North?
Oh, yeah, I bet.
The Lions are plus 175.
Ooh.
The next closest to them?
Minnesota?
Plus 300.
To Minnesota?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
The Lions are the favorite
to win the North.
Plus 175 for the Lions, plus 300 for the Minnesota.
Yeah.
Plus 375 for the Bears.
Oh.
Like plus 500 or 600
for the Packers. Oh, man.
It's like
that makes sense, though, because we don't know what Jordan Love can do.
Yeah, but it's also the Bears.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like, I understand,
they're only doing that because of the signings and everything.
But I understand that it's like, hey, you know, Justin Fields seems like he could be a guy, and they got a couple pieces to help him out. It's like they also only won 3 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he had a bunch of highlights. Still had the first pick.
Yeah.
So let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Put it back a little bit. Pro days are happening. It seems like everybody wants Marvin Harrison Jr. to come out this year.
Yeah.
They were all raving about him. Like, do you guys not watch college football? Because
it was pretty obvious. You don't even need to go to a pro day for him.
No, he's pretty fucking good. But seems like the Panthers seem like they were high on Stroud when they were there.
Yeah, but the other thing is because Bryce Young was today, and all 12 people that were there were his. So like the owner was.
Well, they don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, and
either.
actually, the owners are having dinner tonight with Will Levis.
Oh, nice.
Like, people free. Like, he might be the first quarterback taken, and then the combine happens, and they didn't even fucking talk about him.
No, I know.
Like, this guy.
I don't know who was talking about it, but the guy brought up it was quarterback. They were talking draft quarterback stuff like that, and he's talking about Will Levis, and he goes, "I have a problem because every chance that this kid had to prove to people on national television how good he was, he sat out."
Yeah.
That he sat out on his bowl game. Everybody would have watched that bowl game because everybody was talking about him. Sat out. Didn't go to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Sat out. Didn't throw at the combine. He's like, what is he trying
to
throw?
He said he was going to.
Did he throw? I don't know. There was another situation.
Because there was that thing. He goes, I have a cannon for an arm. Of course I'm going to throw.
Yeah.
And then they never showed it.
No, they never showed it at all. So, I mean, it was a thing where he was like, what's he trying to, does he not like the spotlight? Does he not like, you know what I mean? Is he just, he's not any fucking good. That's what he's trying to hide. I don't want to, my draft stock is as high as it's going to be. I don't want to throw picks because that's what I did in the regular season.
That's one of those when I heard Orlovsky talk about it, and he loves everybody.
Uh-huh.
But his comparison for him was like a Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, you have that skill set, and when it's good, it is good.
When it's
just a bit off, it's way fucking off.
Yes.
Because Cutler made throws. Like, you'd watch a game of Cutler, like, this is the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And then the next game, throws 6 interceptions.
Oh, for sure.
I mean.
Yeah, he always seemed like he always had that I don't give a shit look, so it always made it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
I hated him when he played for the Broncos.
Seems like a super cool dude,
he does seem like a cool guy when you talk to him, but God, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Could not stand it. Because it was we're still running Shanahan's offense. We got this fucking slinger, and he's just, this doesn't mesh well.
One, it's, he's a gunslinger, like the Favre thing. Gunslinger of like, hey, part of this thing is you got to have the ball. That kind of helps you win.
Uh-huh.
Maybe keep it.
Yeah. Quit giving it to the other team.
That's the one thing as far as what I don't think Rodgers gets enough credit for is like, hey, he throws like 30 touchdowns and will have like 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but so-and-so threw 40 touchdowns. Like, also had 15 interceptions. Yeah. Like, that matters.
It takes care of the ball. Yeah. Matters.
And I think that's the Levis thing of,
he gives the ball
because you'll
away.
hear that of like, he gets a little inaccurate at times, but he can work on that. And then when you hear it in the league of like, oh, no, you can't work on accuracy.
No,
like, you're either accurate or you're not coming out of college.
Yeah.
But like when they're in the league, that's everybody says of, well, he was inaccurate in college and you can't teach accuracy in the NFL. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
But then combine week, it's like, well, he's a little inaccurate, but he can work on that and get better at that. Of like, well, which way is it?
Which we have.
Because everybody that throws a shit ton of picks in college and goes to the NFL and they say, oh, that clean. He just had to try to make plays because he's on a bad team. It's like, well, he's throwing a shitload of picks for, at this level.
Yeah. And I think Anthony Richardson is still has the highest odds to get taken over number 1 overall.
No, CJ Stroud by
jump
far.
up?
I think he might have went to a minus.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, but there was just talks about that.
Well, that was the Anthony Richardson can only get drafted if you don't plan on playing him this year.
Yeah, exactly. He can't play this year.
Yeah, he just can't.
No.
And Will Levis was another one of like,
Yeah.
The Bryce Young one's interesting. Like like short, small quarterbacks. Like I never liked Kyler Murray coming out of college because he seemed like a dick, and it kind of turns out to maybe be true.
Yeah,
I like Bryce Young.
Yeah, so do I.
It sucks that he got fucked over by the gods.
Yeah,
that you're 5'10", and I know you weighed in at 205, but
there's no fucking way you're 205.
You're not going to hold. Well, you were that day, but like you ate a big breakfast and you drank a fucking gallon of water before you. Can I? Hey, you can weigh me now because I really got to piss. But in the middle of the season, you're going to be 185.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to keep that on, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But also not a runner.
Yeah, it doesn't. He doesn't have to. And they interviewed Saban about that. He's like, he goes, I was never worried. His durability doesn't question me. He's never been hurt in all the starts that he has.
That's not true because he missed the game.
Yeah.
He missed 2 fucking games this last year.
Overall though, it wasn't nothing longevity.
It was like a twisted ankle or something.
But still, though, I mean, he's not wrong, but also is fucking NFL guys. I mean,
yeah, like you're gonna get hit harder in the pocket than you ever got in college.
Tua was never hurt in college either. Oh no, he was. He had that ankle issue. Yeah, you're right. Wrong one. Never got a concussion though till the NFL.
Ankles, hip.
I forgot about the hip thing. Yeah, and the ankle. Yeah, never mind. I take that back.
But that's another one of like, people with the Lamar Jackson. Oh, running quarterbacks. He's always hurt of like, no, he got hurt in the fucking pocket throwing a pass.
Yeah,
like he doesn't really get hit when he runs.
No, that's why
he gets hit when he's in the fucking pocket.
That was one interesting little read that I had was Patriots in on that one, in on the Lamar Jackson.
It's not true.
I'm not saying it is true. It was nothing factual.
I think they should.
It was nothing factual.
Oh.
It was just an article of this makes sense for both squads.
It does, and I think they should. I just don't think Bill Belichick has the balls to do it.
Yeah.
I think Bill Belichick is staring down to ruining his legacy.
It's close. If they don't
it's
improve.
Swinging well into the, you had Tom Brady. You're not that great because your team fucking sucks.
Oh, they were bad.
You went through a season where you didn't even have an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Your quarterback that looked good his rookie year looks fucking terrible and again, for the last 10 years, you have nobody to throw it to.
Yeah. You have tight ends. And you cut one of them.
Yeah.
You traded one of them.
And then signed another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a fucking receiver.
Now, your 2 tight end set works when it was Gronk.
Yeah.
And Aaron Hernandez and Martellus Bennett. Not anybody else.
2 of those guys would have been Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Exactly.
One still might posthumously.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't that be something when he comes up on the ballot?
Yeah. Well, Aaron Hernandez
coming up soon.
Gone forever.
He's been out for 5 years. He did some work.
Didn't technically retire.
That's right. He never signed the papers.
Well, probably signed some papers.
Yeah, not those ones though.
Yeah.
That like when your last receiver you had was Randy Moss.
Yeah. Yeah. Last legit receiver. I mean, because everybody else was just Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
It was guys that Brady made good.
Yeah.
And what happened when you actually had a receiver? It was one of the most prolific offenses in history.
It was so fun to watch that year. It just sucked that they couldn't complete the Super Bowl thing, but yeah. Yeah. Well, they signed Juju.
Oh, yeah. Top-notch guy there.
Top-notch guy. I can't imagine that meeting with him going, well, stop making videos.
I don't think he will.
Oh, no, I don't think he will.
I think he's all in for it.
Oh, probably.
Don't let it fuck your job up, but yeah.
Because he's never, the interviews with him and Randy Moss talking about the Halloween party.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that one. He's like, yeah, it was a great time, great holiday, And he showed up with his wife.
Yeah.
Dressed up. Yeah.
It's just like so many receivers hit the market and they never get any of them.
Now, they still are in on the D-Hop trade.
Yeah.
I did read that was a very heavy trade, which would be cool for them.
Yeah, because there was 5 teams in on that.
Yeah.
And that got broken by Pac-Man Jones, whose source was DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Browns were in on it until they just traded for Elijah Moore.
Which he was, I don't know if he has veto power or not.
Hopkins?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know either.
Because he wasn't going to Cleveland. I don't think you're going to go, hey, I'm not going to in that division with that quarterback that didn't look great last year in that team.
Mm-hmm.
That was one that I seen on Twitter. It was something, like I think it was when the Bengals signed the offensive lineman. And it's like the first comment is like, he'll get hurt. They'll be a shit team and get knocked out. The Browns are the only real football team, NFL team in the state of Ohio. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's not the most Browns thing I've ever heard. It's awesome. What the fuck? It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. It was like the first comment. But it's that when it was on a run for like, hey, win a real championship.
Yeah.
I'm like, we just won like the NBA championship 3 years in a row. Hey, yeah, but win a real one.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
That was a weird one too. Of obviously, I talk about it being weird of like the Bengals picking so late in the draft and shit like that. The last couple of years. But hearing, like, I heard Greeny say it once when he was talking about like before that, the Rodgers thing came out, and he's like, with the receivers that we have and the running back they have and the defense they have, he goes, Zach Wilson could probably get you to the playoffs. He goes, well, you get in the playoffs, and if you got to play Kansas City or Cincinnati, you can't.
No.
But like as a Bengals fan, my whole life hearing them, like people like that talk about, and then it was Orlovsky the other day saying like, the Steelers are doing this and this. I mean, like they can't beat they can't compete with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But of like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, super weird hearing all that.
They've been the dumpster fire of like just say,
nobody talked about.
You've lost in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And the last was like 20 some years apart from the last one of like in between fucking nothing.
Nothing.
You had you had 5-6 years get knocked out in the playoffs, but can ruin Antonio Brown's life.
Oh
basically.
Yeah, basically.
There's a pretty good chance that hit might have fucking done it. But like now it's everybody's wow, you can't beat them.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a weird transition.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. No, I don't think they'll ever win a Super Bowl. But I think,
it'd be tough.
It's nice to be in the conversation.
It'd be tough, especially now Rodgers comes to the AFC, and that was already a fucking tight-ass playoff spot.
That'd be the funny thing, too, of like, go into the playoffs and like doesn't get to the Super Bowl. Of like, see, doesn't matter where he goes, still can't win. It's like, dude, the AFC is such a murderer's row of fucking teams.
Yeah.
Like the NFC North fucking sucks, but like, about what you have to do to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The freaking Bills, couldn't make the championship game.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Good team.
Good team. Yeah. Crazy. Just, I mean, the Jags came back from 29 down to beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
That's one that I hope, like, Tua stays, like, the Rodgers thing gets worked out. Tua stays healthy, because I think Miami's a team. Like, that AFC East is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, do you imagine Patriots fucking dead last in the division?
Ooh. That's
when I talk about the Belichick thing of like, hey man, you've been picking these players, and it's like, when does that shine run off of like, well, they're doing it the Patriots, like, you got to prep more because you're playing the Patriots. Like, fucking really?
Yeah.
I mean, because they've been getting blown out lately.
Yeah. It just seems to me everybody has in that division now is obviously chasing what they were so good at for all those years. But now they've passed you in a lot of areas. So what are you doing as an organization to try and get back up to where you were? I never had a problem with the Mac Jones draft pick. I have a problem with you didn't have a fucking coordinator for him for a year. His sophomore year of playing football in the NFL, you hired a guy who was fired of being a defensive coordinator and a head coach, call plays. Not an offensive guy.
Yeah.
And then you had a special teams guy.
Being the other guy that they were battling over.
Yes. You have this
Can't
guy.
believe that didn't work.
Yeah. And any other team, anybody else coming off the field yelling at coaches saying, throw the fucking ball, it is all over the news. But as the Patriots and Bill Belichick, nobody said anything.
No.
And we brought it up.
Well, because I remember when that draft happened, of like with the Mac Jones thing going, of course he falls to 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. He just falls right in their lap, and they're going to have a guy that can come in and probably make the playoffs his first year, because they're not going to ask him to do a lot.
Yeah, and he did.
Just do this.
Yeah. I mean, they got butt fucked by the Bills in the playoffs.
but everybody was that year. I mean.
But and then did nothing to help the guy out his second year there. Nothing.
Yeah.
And then basically blamed that it was his fault starting the Zappy guy.
Yeah.
Like, what makes any of this Mac Jones's fault?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made some probably stupid decisions, but
sure. Second year player that doesn't have a coach.
Usually that's their worst year.
Be interesting, Bill O'Brien. I mean, as much as people talk about him being a shitbag, but I think at least he'll run an offense.
Yeah, and it's somebody to help him. And was he there at Alabama with him?
Yeah.
No, that'd have been Sark's last year. They won the Natty.
But that was one of those things of I want to say it was like Mac hung around and kind of taught him the offense before he went to the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. There was something there that
maybe he was just like a special assistant or whatever.
Like Sark took that job, and like Bill O'Brien got hired in, still like pre-draft of like teaching, like kind of having conversations, kind of teaching Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, what they did.
Of what they did. And of like, so there's a bit of a relationship there. And you got to assume he's been back to Alabama and talked to the guy. I mean.
Well, I think he wasn't some kind of special, assistant to the head coach or whatever it is.
Yeah, he might have been there.
I think he was there. Yeah. I just don't think he was calling the plays.
Yeah. That's one, too, of the call in, and I fucking love Tomlin.
Yeah.
But boy, when stuff comes out, but because I don't think we even talked about it with Matt Canada.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it like, I understand he's a rookie quarterback, but he didn't even have hot checks.
Yeah.
You didn't allow him to hot check
anybody, yeah.
This is the NFL. That's pretty important.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not giving him the authority to signal to this guy to run a slant because they're sending 7 fucking guys and I'm going to get murdered. And this 10-yard out probably ain't going to cut it.
That's one of my biggest knocks. And I think, I wouldn't say it's necessarily Tomlin, but it's just the organizations. They just do not fire people.
No.
And they need to.
Yeah.
Canada's not the guy. He's had a couple years. He's been there a while.
And your defense isn't at the level.
No.
You're not at Steelers defense level.
No, you can get there.
You have the best player.
Yes.
And like Minka is top.
Yeah.
Like you've got guys.
Some pieces.
You're just not,
you're
not what you were 10 years ago.
Yeah. And it's hard
actually 15 years ago or whatever it was now.
Well, it's hard now. I mean, it's hard to keep that status up. And,
And the game's changed.
Yeah.
That was interesting, too, with Big Ben coming out and saying that they got
Niners?
contacted by the Niners. Of like, he could have ran that fucking offense.
For sure could have.
Big time. Oh, you just want me to hand it off a lot and then just chuck it down the field?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
I can do that.
Did that for like 6 years.
Oh, you're not going to have me. I don't have to throw it within 1 second because I'm going to get fucking sacked. I don't have to throw 2-yard passes. Okay.
For as good as a football team as the Steelers were for a long time, their offensive lines were horrible.
And they let it get that way because he was so fucking big and you couldn't tackle him.
Like, you had names on your line, but you didn't have an offensive line. Like Marquise Pouncey, sorry, your center should not be your best offensive lineman. It's good to have a good center, a smart center.
Gotta have one.
But it's not your best offensive lineman.
Left tackle's pretty important.
Pretty fucking important. Especially with this big fucker back there who doesn't go down. And likes to kind of stand back there for 11 seconds.
Yeah. Well, they're always wide open. Well, he ran a 12-second route. There's a pretty good chance no corner on earth can keep up with that.
Antonio Brown's open by 10 yards. Yeah, because he held the ball for that long.
That was my favorite thing I like learning things of because I didn't know that until last year, that when a quarterback breaks the pocket, the corners are allowed to hit the receivers.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that either.
Because that's it happened in a game. Because if you're near a sideline, when that quarterback breaks contain, you're now allowed to hit receivers.
Okay.
There's no illegal contact anymore.
Gotcha.
The ball can't be in the air, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
So you'll see cornerback, like good ones, when a receiver's near it, he'll shove them out of bounds.
Yeah.
And then that's why you always see, like, because people get pissed off, it's like, fucking receiver's just standing out of bounds. Like,
you push.
Yeah, he does that so the quarterback doesn't throw it to him because he's not allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
Of like, I didn't know that.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah.
A lot of people get, that's pass interference. Of like, no, out of the pocket. You're allowed to fucking, like,
dumbass.
Hey, as soon as he breaks contain, knock that guy on the fucking ground if you can.
Exactly.
Can't hold him, but hit him.
Hit him. Put his ass on the ground. No, that is interesting. I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Pretty cool little.
That is a cool little rule.
That's why, and it mostly comes into play down in the end zone when they do those rollouts of like, you always see a receiver standing out of bounds and they get shoved out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like, good luck.
Smart guy did it.
I'm going to go help this other. I think it happened like the last week of the season or whatever of a guy, quarterback breaks contain, and he's kind of throwing back to a tight end, and the corner cuts it and picks it off.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, oh my God, he knew to break off his guy.
No, he shoved him out of bounds.
He shoved him out of bounds, and he went to go help his buddy. That's what happened. Like, I didn't have to worry about that guy anymore.
Smart guy.
Like,
smart guy.
Well, that's a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah, super smart.
I don't know anything else going on NBA wise.
No. Me either.
They keep talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're playing
World
basketball?
Baseball Classic. That happened.
Yeah.
Japan won. Pretty cool ending.
Showtime Ohtani.
Shohei or Showtime. Would you like to
I
call
thought
him?
that was his nickname.
Is it? I
thought so.
I don't speak his language. I don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But him against Trout. Strike.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Teammates of like.
Yeah.
Then I love that it's like best players in baseball.
Yeah. Same team and they suck.
Same team and it fucking not even a chance of making the playoffs.
Just terrible team.
Season hasn't started yet.
Uh-huh.
No chance.
No chance.
Of like, all right, well.
Yeah. They are horrid.
Good luck for the next 162 games. Your season's over and it hadn't started yet.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
That's such a bad thing, too, of like with the baseball being a Reds fan and like people that are Pirates fans of like,
what do you do?
Season starts next week.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance for playoffs.
Nope.
At all. You'll have one guy kind of be a breakout star and then you'll trade him.
Yep, exactly.
Like,
that's how it goes.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think baseball is a perfect opportunity to bring in kind of like the European Soccer League thing of the relegation of, all right, top four, the bottom four teams are going down to fucking AAA. Bring these teams up. The top four teams from AAA come up.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, something like that.
Of like, you got to do something because they just fucking, like the Pirates actively trying to lose and they just make money.
Yeah.
And the Reds, kind of the same thing.
It seemed like it last year.
Like once in a while, though, hey, we got enough young guys, we can maybe make a push. Of like,
yeah,
you're actively like
sucking,
not trying to win baseball games. Like this is
embarrassing.
I haven't not one game. I didn't watch one Reds game last year.
Yeah, that's
also didn't watch one NBA game.
Yeah,
also didn't watch any college basketball.
I watched the college basketball ones this past weekend. And
I watched clips.
Yeah. Amber alert. Somebody got stolen. Oh, just looking out for a car.
From where?
Zanesville.
Rosecrans.
That is.
Team.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a team our alma mater girls beating the state championship.
Dude, I wasn't even alive.
Well, fucking learn your history, man.
Sorry. My fault.
They have books.
I know.
Not really.
No.
It's chiseled on a stone tablet. Kept with a guy that's got a hunchback and a gimp leg.
Oh, yeah. Seen that guy before.
He masturbates a lot, though. So you got to pay attention. Head on a swivel down there. You don't know.
You don't know what's going on.
The water dripping from the ceiling? No.
Nope. It's Bill upstairs.
Full on ejaculate.
Nice.
Man, I hope your wife's friends should listen to this episode.
Yeah.
Because we got it in there today.
We got it in there, baby.
I don't really have anything else. Do you?
No.
I think we covered it all.
Oh, yeah. And I got to piss like a racehorse.
Do it then.
WideSide!